going, I like this. This is very Popovich of me. Could you imagine Popovich having a player that would that would basically do a press conference that refutes what your head coach just said maybe 3 days before? When my man Scoop said Kyrie has bursitis, he's trying to figure out, should he have surgery or should he not? Kenny Atkinson was asked by a beat reporter, is that report true? Kenny Rock, no, that's false. They don't know what they're talking about. Oh, yeah? Kyrie Irving gives a press conference and says, yeah, I got a cortisone shot December 24th, right before Christmas. I couldn't lift my arm above my shoulder. Kyrie has had 2 different injuries. And he hasn't even been here a half a year. His body is falling apart. So that should scare the crap out of Sean Marks. It should scare the crap out of us. Sean Marks should be in his HSS bunker training facility, code red. All of his original assistant GMs are all gone. I don't even know who his go-to people are now. The Nets are a shambles. The Long Island Nets are a shambles. We're not playing good basketball nowhere right now. The junior Nets. My son is a junior Net. He sucks too. The losing is affecting everyone. So Sean Marks needs to be hedging his bet. He only really has a 35% chance. Less if we're being honest about Kevin Durant's injury. He has a very low likelihood of ever having Kevin, Karis, and Kyrie on the floor for 7-game series for the last playoff series of the year. This is a failure if you don't get out the second round. This whole experiment is trash and laughingstock of the NBA. If all you get from it is headache from Kyrie, the degradation of the sport of basketball by calling it sports entertainment. What Kyrie is trying to say, all of this is fake. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter more than my mental health. My mental health above everything. Then you know what? Give Nike that $100 million back. Stop painting entire buildings with your face on it and your logos and you crossover dribbling. An entire building across the street from Barclays Center is painted with Kyrie's image. It's just sports and entertainment. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters more than mental health and spirituality. Fuck out of here, Kyrie. That's not why you're getting paid all this money. That's why you're not. But when everything is said and done, you didn't create the most genius app ever. You just play ball. You play sports and entertainment, and you're gonna earn almost $500 million doing it. And it's not important, and it doesn't matter. Sean Marks, you have to be asking yourself some questions. You have to be asking yourself, Sean Marks, is there an escape hatch for me with this disaster? I think he's already got his first plan. He was like, wait a second. The Golden State Warriors gave me their first round pick. It's lottery protected. All of a sudden, the Golden State Warriors don't even give a damn about winning a game this season. And they're about to get their pick back and pick in the lottery. You know, they're smart in Golden State. That's Silicon Valley, baby. They got some smart cats over there in San Francisco now. They're saying, you know what? Draymond looking old. These dudes, Steph and Clay, they're getting hurt all the time. We need to reload. Can we get Cat? Can we throw Cat and D-Lo together and some other boys, maybe get a couple more draft picks, trade off some of these pieces and start over? They're thinking about the future. Sean Marks, you should tank this season. I mean, I know I predicted we weren't making the playoffs. This is a bad team you put around Kyrie and KD. You need reinforcements. If he's sitting up in his loft, in his suite, looking down on this team, and he's looking at Garrett Temple and Taurean Prince and some of the draft picks that aren't cutting it out, like Theo Pinson. Jeez, we have some bad basketball players. You can't put that around Kyrie and KD. You can't have your third. All three of your best players are injury prone. So the question I'm taking this whole entire podcast to get to, if you could do it, do you trade Kyrie? And the answer is no. The answer is you got to keep shooting the Nets fans up with dope. And that dope is called hope. Hope or dope these Nets fans, including me. Because we'll hold on to that 15% chance of these three players who have never... Well, not KD. KD used to be an Iron Man. KD's a different monster. I'm almost not worried, but I'm just going by the injury. The injury says 50% chance. The losing needs to mean something. You don't even want the 8th seed from what I've seen. You don't want to go into the playoffs and just get dominated by Giannis and risk Kyrie Irving even getting hurt again. He's fragile. He's Mr. Glass. Kyrie's mind, the reason why he's telling you, it's just sports entertainment, is because you know who knows his body is almost done? Kyrie. He knows. It don't matter. Pass me a Beyond Burger. But you can't trade him. You're not going to get anything back. The only way you trade him is if Giannis tells the Bucks, "Hey, I'm out of here. I think you need to get what you can." And maybe if you could just drug them and tell them, "Hey, we will give you all of our picks and Kyrie for Giannis, who's about to leave you and demand a trade." That's the only way you do it. They could give me Ja Morant, and I'm not trading Kyrie. Because Ja Morant, a trade like that would mean it's defeatist. You can't do it, unfortunately. I thought about it long and hard. I asked all the Nets fans. It's 50-50, guys. There's a good portion of Net fans that recognize this and go, "Oh shit, this is Darren Williams all over again. I've seen this. I know what's about to happen." And there's an eventuality that they are going to turn on Kyrie. If KD comes back and he's playing with Theo Pinson, they're going to hate Kyrie. Because we pushed in all our chips. And the only real choice is to just bite the bullet. Right? I think that's part of the reason why we don't see Sean Marks. Sean Marks has given up. He knows the 2019-20 season, nothing good is going to come out of this season. He's looking at the same analytics that I'm looking at. He thought maybe Atkinson could coach some of these guys up, and no. This is a bad basketball team. A great basketball team looks like the Toronto Raptors. You lose your superstar, a couple people get injured. They didn't have Siakam, and they beat us. A professional basketball team, a well-designed and well-constructed basketball team. It's almost as if the Nets got good too fast. And that could hurt you. So they need to take a step back. They need to lose as many games as they possibly can for the rest of the season. Get a blue chip player, so that if they have to hit the reset button in the 65 to 85% chance that this thing fails, at least you got yourself a nice little building block that you could run with Jared Allen, that you could run with Rodions and a couple of those other guys, and maybe you get, a couple good late round picks, and you have an exit hatch for, the superstar monstrosity that is the Nets right now. It's not doom or gloom. You got to do that trade. I wouldn't have. I'm crazy. I'm data driven. The data would have told me, and I've said it to you guys many times, I don't make that trade. And it's not even a trade. I just don't make these signings. KD is the best player of this generation. I don't count LeBron as a part of this generation. This generation is past. There's none of them are in the league. Only Melo, and Melo's barely in the league. He is the best thing smoking. But he's older, he's rich, and he's content. Look at Giannis Antetokounmpo. Look in his eyes. Look at Embiid. Look in he's a lazy fuck too. But look in his eyes. Those guys want to win. They want banners in the rafters of their building that they're responsible for. KD got that. And I'm sure he's a hyper competitive cat too. I am. I don't doubt that man's heart, not even a little bit. He don't even want to lose at Twitter. Me neither. But Sean Marks, Brooklyn Nets fans, New York City, the front office podcast is here to tell you, you tank. And you keep having the most scouts around the world and find talent to build your escape hatch team. Because this has very little chance of succeeding. I mean, it doesn't have zero chance of succeeding. And that's all you want. You want a 15% chance of winning the championship. Everything Sean Marks did is right. I wouldn't have done it. But that's just me. It's the front office part, y'all. New York City, I love talking basketball with y'all. We're going to be back. We're going to do this again. And on that, I'm out.